So I will update the overlay. George, why don't you tell us about what you know about the pressure points for these matches?
Yeah, so Quinlan's going to do a little bit of hand hate, a little bit of force throw action, but Luke has this nice extra 3 health, which, is a little bit of inconsistency having extra cards in your deck, but when you have so many cards to just say Sentinel and Heroes on them, you just throw some shields on them, so you buy yourself some time to find the key cards you need in any given matchup. So look forward to seeing the unstoppable force meets the immovable object, so to speak.
Yeah, and as Quinlan Tarkentown, I feel better into Luke than I did set 3 only. And that said, that is a tough matchup. I mean, if Luke ramps and you can't, line up the shields with the Quinlan ping, I mean, you can be in trouble in a hurry, playing against a Luke Green. And it's really cool.
For sure. There's definitely a clock on the Quinlan's definitely a beatdown here. The late game of Green Hero with whether it's U-Wings or Home Ones, all this sort of stuff. They have a really good value proposition when it comes late game.
Yeah, we were talking actually about Stevie in this match this morning. So it is Derrick, Schwartz, and
Alrighty, so speaking of a nice choice in a data vault list, he's able to sift through his deck pretty consistently with the R2D2. He chose to keep it on top, so he likes what he sees.
We'll just put his name exactly as he has it in. If anybody from KTOD in the chat can tell me if that definitely is Stevie Getz, I will do that. I think it is. All right, I got to put data vault here.
Yep, you're gonna see lots of crafty smugglers or crafty adjacents with L3 in the meta right now. So having a nice 1/4 shield to pop the shield is very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, K2 is a good thing. Now, I mean, Luke can actually.
Yeah,
so Luke opened with an R2 and shielded him, which is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you can play 1-drops into Quinlan, I mean, in the current meta, I was running 1-drops for a while in set 3, but I mean, that's a good thing to do because you can dodge pings, and then if you can ramp, you can dodge pings the other direction.
For sure. Yeah, no, we definitely have the Quinlan on the beat down path. He's not waiting for opportune times to use Tarkentown. He is throwing down units and going face. Right. So,
and you have to. I mean, you will not beat Luke once he's like 8-9 resources.
Absolutely not.
And the village people come down blocking the way for Quinlan, and that's a tough one because he didn't see a Sabine. I mean, Sabine unit is a very, very key draw for Quinlan in this matchup. I mean, you want that Sabine unit to deal with all the shields in the ground arena.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Both of these players are 6-1. Certainly looking forward to day 2. This is round 8. Looks like I have the overlay fully done.
And you were talking about jam communications earlier. Using that jam communications to play off curve and still have very efficient turns. Yep. So we're gonna see that 3 cost come down, ping off the shield. So
yep.
Pings are really good against shields, but yeah, now you have 1 resource floating. Jam communications is that perfect complement to this sort of line and strategy.
All right. So Stevie and the KTOD clay
Quinlan played a Millennium Falcon to ping off the shield.
Yep, and that's exactly what you need.
That's where it dies. Okay.
So, yeah, he affirmatively attacks the L3, trying to save damage, I guess.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't want to.
Yeah, he didn't want to get value traded by the 2/3 because the Insurgent is a 2/3. So like, if that lives, then he'd have to trade R2, and it gets a little messy. And, so just doing a little damage control.
And the Falcon hits for 3 to 5 on the base. 28 to go though. I mean that's the advantage of Data Vault.
I mean, he's taking 5 damage and is still ahead. Let's go.
Kanan is basically never a bad play.
Yeah, has no effect on play, but the longer he stays out there, the more value he can accrue.
Right. Clears R2. Sad beeps happen. And he's got a 1-cost Daring Raid to take out Kanan. He's going to Tarkin Town. Who got George to start calling it a surgeon? It's a guerrilla soldier, folks. We'll do better. We promise. We're trying.
I call it surgeon. That's funny.
We are going into about hour 10 of our coverage today.
It's basically a rebel, right? All those rebel scum are the same. I don't know. It's not even rebel. It's fringe. Never mind.
It's a fringe card. Fringe card for sure. All right, so that's blue leader, right? Coming down for 5.
Yep, that is a 5-cost blue leader ambushing into a 2/3.
Yeah,
so.
Blue leaders can just do really cool things in Luke deck, right? Because I mean, there's a world where you can ambush it, then use the Wendblade to drop it to the ground, and then after that, put a shield on it. You know, so. Yeah, don't forget with blue leader that you can order the 2 effects. You can ambush and then use the Wendblade, or you can Wendblade and then ambush.
For sure. Definitely some of my favorite tricks in Hondo back in the day. But.
This is KTOD Stevie, so great fella and a great content creator. And KTOD's having a pretty good day. We have both Mike and Steve at pretty top tables here, so cool stuff.
So respects the blue leader. All right, so instead of going face, went for the blue leader.
And who doesn't like seeing Luke Skywalker at this? Quinlan clears the blue leader, taking a lot of damage. So that's notable. Now the Quinlan leader dies to a Luke unit once he can get it down. Assuming he can't clear it here.
Sure, yeah, we're gonna see. This is the big turn for Luke, so we'll see what he can pull off. He discarded the Concord Dawn, so to Ahsoka, so he's gonna let that Millennium Falcon's gonna be running free for a little bit. So he's gonna pay his tax.
Absolutely.
I know they're still resourcing.
Yep. Yeah. And here we go. So Quinlan has Quinlan Voss, the leader, and Ahsoka Tano, Mama Ahsoka, in the ground arena, and Millennium Falcon in the space arena. Quinlan does have to play the tax, and does so, and has 5 resources remaining. Luke is able to flip and does so right away, threatening to take.
First action flip.
I wonder if he has Obi and he's baiting him.
It's interesting, right? Because we haven't seen the Plo Koon yet, so but Plo Koon doesn't kill Luke because because Luke cost 6. Yep. So.
Fisan in the chat says that there's a Vader in contention for day 2. Absolutely. And it's a Vader blue. And we have the Master of Vader blue right here. Yep, it was exactly what I thought. That he had the Obi here and is able to do this. And now he's going to be able to shield that Obi, which is just a monster. Quinlan's praying to have a waylay. That's how you deal with Obi. It's Derrick Schwartz. I do not know if he's a member of the Central Spacers team, but if you know something about that and are sure, please put it in the chat so we can share this information with the 225 people watching right now.
Yep, 14 damage on base, but the power of those, plus 30 health bases coming in.
Right.
Still 20 more damage left to go.
Yeah, and
this game's far from over.
How bad does it feel to run Ahsoka into a shield? Now, he does have an out, but it's an out that hurts.
He had the Plo Koon. So
he had the Plo Koon. Plo Koon's going to take 4 back. Luke's going to get 2 experience and get to draw a card, which is very relevant. I mean, Quinlan, your advantage is your ability to peek the other hand and your ability to make them top deck, and you really don't like to let them draw cards. It puts you in a bad way.
For sure. And now we're in the stage where Luke unit's going to come down, so lots of scary stuff. And It'll be interesting. Is he going to pay for Falcon, or are we bouncing for Han Solo unit?
Right.
Mm,
I mean, and that's the answer you have to a Luke unit. I mean, you got to have Han unit because with Quinlan's ping, he can Han ambition for 6 can get the 7th damage and clear Luke and Cad Bane
pay that resource.
without.
The Millennium Falcon don't work for free.
Yep. He doesn't. He does need to pay the resource for the Falcon if it didn't bounce.
So if I was sitting across the table, this is a huge tell that he's looking and thinking about Han Solo unit.
Yep. And okay. Stevie.
Is it in his hand? He
well,
catches it. Okay.
Correctly notes that they do it.
Yes.
And he did pay the Falcon tax rather than assisting. Okay, so I think that Ahsoka's going to go base, but this game's getting away from Quinlan. We'll see if he can find an answer. Luke's coming in and clearing Ahsoka, giving a shield. And you can see here, even without hearing the audio, that the players are very clearly saying what they're doing, and why, and that's the right way to do this. This is Central Spacers Derrick, and we love Derrick, says Central Spacers. Symbiote says the Schwartz is strong with this guy. Who doesn't want to see Luke Vault win a thing? Anakin Skywalker, which is in that fashion a 2/3 ground unit with Force. That tells me he probably has Force Throw, which he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, saving it for that long.
Yep. There is
Covering the Wing.
Covering the Wing, which is a great card. What do you feel about that card? That seems like a George card to me.
Yeah, so I think so I like Jetpack more is what it comes down to. Due to like the stats being able to be used immediately. So and the problem is like those kind of decks to me compete like over the same slot. And Jetpack's way more flexible. But like obviously he can't run Jetpack right in blue green.
Right.
Yeah, no, the shield plus a body it's nice protection against like ping FX or just being able to value trade. Yep. So super flexible card.
And the X-Wing tokens are good in Django too. Because, I mean, yeah, he has some real big space units here, but there's still a fair number of 2 health space units in the Django deck.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Your silencers, your P-38s, all that good stuff. All
right, and Derrick from what was it? Central Spacers? The chat has moved on. But Derrick is needing to do 14 more damage. That hurts. That's a backbreaker right there. We have Redemption, which has when played, where he can heal damage, and he can heal damage from units. That's something that some players miss. It's not always just heal the base, and in fact, Stevie's the first thing he's going to do is try to look at his leader. Probably take it out of range.
Get out of Han Solo range. So it has 9 health with 6 damage on it, so he's healing it to 7. Yep, exactly out of Han Solo range. Perfect.
Central Spacers. Thank you, Patrick. I think I did that right. All right, so
and then there's no healing from base. Did I see that correctly? I think so.
Yeah, and I think that Derrick conceded.
Yep.
You're not going to come back from that. All right, so Stevie from KTOD, Luke Vault, goes up a game on a powerful Quinlan Tarkin deck piloted by Derrick Schwartz of Central Spacers.
Very nice. Yeah, I've seen quite a few friends and players have been messing with Luke ECL even last set, and a lot of people are attracted to blue-white and full to see the 33 health. Just kind of changed dynamics of the matchup, right? Where that was, they might have played it out a little bit longer, but because he had so much health on base, just conceded and moved on.
Yep.
You see that psychological element at play.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, if the game is truly lost and you're in game 1, I mean, 55 minutes is a lot, but it's not. So, I mean, it is important to concede sometimes. I mean, you can lose a match by playing too long in a lost cause.
For sure. Any interesting sideboard cards? I can't see it. But
Okay. Yep. Yeah. No. Let's look at the sideboard. So, I don't want to speak out of school. Let me actually look at this Quinlan list because it's not necessarily mine. So I'm certainly bringing in Waylay. There's one. You want all of your Waylays against Luke for absolute sure, and that exists. Bamboozle can be good against Luke. I haven't actually know this Luke list enough to see if there's lightsabers in it or not. And I mean, we'll probably see. Well, and the other thing is, if you have more Han Solos, you need as many Han Solos as possible. This is the matchup you absolutely need Han Solo, because this and Cad Bane are the two things that really it's important to answer that way. All right, so and both of these players are thinking it through. If I'm Stevie, let's see, what do I want to do if I'm Luke? If Falafel's around, maybe we can get him in for a little recap after this one, because I know he's a Luke guy. But
I'd be guessing some sort of card advantage options, maybe Luke or I don't know what's in the sideboard, but like I'd be looking at stuff to counter discard. Make sure you can't get scammed on that front.
All right, so I think that you bring in Tech for sure against Quinlan. Tech is a great card against Quinlan because he gives you your whole row as a second hand, and we'll see what else. There's some spicy stuff in the sideboard, but lists aren't public, so I'm not gonna say too much.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, tech is super interesting. It's also super great in like these control matchups or anything like that. So
all right,
see if we bring that in.
So yeah, people are picking into the stream. Absolutely show off this match. This is one I'm excited about. If you're expecting to see nothing but Django mirrors, that's not what's happened today. And we have a great one here between two 6-1 players. We have KTOD's Stevie on the top, playing Luke Vault, going after that first ever American Luke showcase that's going to be coming from Asmodee, and Derrick from Central Spacers coming in with, the deck close to my heart, Quinlan-TT.
Yeah, I love seeing the variety of bases. Right, we got Tarkentown, but we also have the Data Vault, showing up. So that's super cool.
Yeah, and we'll see if Derrick can find some answers here. I think his sideboard helped him. But this is, if you're a Quinlan in an event, you're hoping to find decks that aren't this. You're hoping to play PS all day, and you're hoping to. You're okay in Django, but a big shield deck can pose some challenge. Now, you can't actually get there if you can line up your units and your pings. Because Luke without his shield is very hard.
Because Luke has to pay a resource for a lot of those shields, but Quinlan, if you play your units and you can kill that shield for free. So there's a small bit of advantage every time that trade happens. But
yeah, and you typically have initiative a lot because of how Luke works.
Yep. Yeah, but as the game goes on and those shields start going on to 7 cost units, 6 cost units, that becomes a little bit more further and further out of reach.
Yep.
So.
And good start for Derrick finding a Sabine unit. If the 3-drop that Stevie has is Village Protectors, he probably still plays it, but that's not going to feel great. There's a discussion going on in the chat about reading cards. I read cards at events. If I'm not totally sure what the opponent's card does, I'll pick it up and read it. I think that's a good thing to do.
Oh, I've had many people ask to read my cards before the.
That's the nice part about being
before
you,
the
George.
Finals.
That's the nice part about being you. So Luke resupplies. Stevie resupplies, so he does get a ramp. That's certainly better than playing a Village Protector into Sabine, and takes 3 damage from there, and then loses the restored arc to a Falcon coming down. So good board presence by Quinlan, up 3 damage. We're gonna get to see Luke the same turn as Quinlan.
For sure. Let's see what he does with that ramp with 5 resources. Usually it's gonna be a 4 cost plus a shield.
Yep.
Lots of options.
And I'm really hoping for a cure right now. He actually has Falcon out, so unless he bounces it, it's probably until he doesn't have Kira that he didn't bounce the Falcon.
I think so.
Yep. All right, so Falcon gets hit by Fearless Position. That's a good play. 2 resources left for Stevie playing Luke Vault. 6-1 at the Denver sector. We have Battlefield Marine, which is a great play. And then we have Ezra come down. Yeah, the Battlefield Marine Perilous Position is very good stuff.
Yeah, representing a value trade and then getting the immediate removal. So while maintaining initiative, very nice.
Yeah, Across the Network says George is a well-known ramp lover. Yeah, because there's exactly one person I know that has made a great villain green deck that doesn't include Super Laser Tech, and it's George.
That's me. Yeah, no. I do not like the consistency. I think I'll go on a whole rant all stream.
All right, so.
But yeah, no, I am not a fan of ramp.
John is probably just trying to get me to mention that to set us there. So.
Oh, 100%.
But that's a good opportunity to subscribe to the Across the Network podcast if you haven't. And one of their episodes soon will be George going off for 60 minutes on ramp. Book it, Dano.
About the trap that is ramp. Yes.
All right, so the camera just went south, so we're gonna pop there. We will be right back as soon as we get the camera. Hopefully, finishing off this match, and go from there. So stick with it. And we are back. Let me get back to the match here. Shout out to our awesome boots on the ground in Denver. You know, we've had Murphy's Law today as far as a variety of issues, but we are back up and running in time to see that Luke has deployed. He's going to go 4 damage.
So it looks like, yeah, we had some 6 costs deploy. Definitely Obi-Wan. So it's Obi-Wan in the waylay.
Yep. So if you recall, when you were talking about the sideboarding decision, there was waylay in the board for Derrick, and that just makes a huge difference into Obi, as opposed to last turn. If you remember game 1, he had to slam an Ahsoka into it and then another unit to kill it. You know, it's horrible value. Quinlan leader hits for 6s to Luke, putting him on the verge of death. If he's got,
this is exact, it's. Yeah, only 6 damage on Stevie's base. He's feeling so comfortable right now. Luke's about to come down. Yeah, he's got him. Yeah, no, he's feeling great. Quinlan should have 4 damage.
Carlos says Quinlan discarded the camera. Yep, that's probably what happened. But we are back and we are up. We are up, folks. Yeah, there should be 4 damage on Quinlan. Absolutely.
But I guess Stevie's already got the Quinlan in his sights and is thinking, is he slamming a Luke first action to kill it? We'll see.
All right, I'm going to send a DM.
I'll probably look up and be like, why isn't your Quinlan dead? But again, long day.
It is a long. Yeah. It is a long day, and I mean people.
Oh no, Obi-Wan. Okay.
Yeah, it's Obi coming back down again, and here we go. So Obi blocking the ground arena. Quinlan decks in general
really important.
Has less space than they are. Phil Ritchie, they do not have the Luke showcase on site, but if they did, we would be getting it right now. It will be mailed to the winners of the Luke Invader Showcase. That is what's happening per Rong Longkey, who's a great player, or great TO and is newly hired by FFG to work with their OP program, but he's on site there in Denver and confirmed that they don't actually have the showcases present. They will be mailed. Oh, the humanity. What happened to the board?
Yeah, it was a surprise strike into Obi-Wan with the Ezra, and then, oh no, they didn't catch it. That Quinlan should be dead. Oof. That's awkward.
Yeah.
Well,
actually,
either way, Luke is still very comfortable here. But like, yeah, that Quinlan should be dead. Right?
what's the second?
Was there some trickery? No, that's 6 damage just from the one upgraded Luke, and now he's spending a takedown on it. Oh no, Stevie. Oh well, yeah, that Ahsoka should have been dead. Oh well. The thing is, this is exactly where the Luke wants to be. So, yeah.
All right, so we have Redemption getting discarded by Ahsoka, but there's nothing to exhaust. Sabine's Masterpiece is in the deck. That's cool. What does it do for blue? It heals a unit.
Yeah. I think a base as well. I think a unit or base. I'm pretty sure.
And core card, Cassie coming down from the row.
Yes. Now we got Quinlan presenting 6 and him presenting 3. So in top deck mode.
Yeah, Philip Ritchie in the chat asked how many times the 3 health saved him. It was a long time. You know, I will say that I play Vader on Data Vault, and you know it's kind of a similar thing. Into a lot of matchups, you're kind of just relying on your heals, and I end matches with more than 30 damage on them, a fair amount.
Yeah, as someone has run a lot of Colossus recently, I think the important way to think about it, because even on stream last game, it wasn't the fact that he got to like 30 damage. It was the fact that he had like 22, 23 damage, and like wasn't put in check by anything. Like he had 22 damage, was very comfortable, and then Redemption came down. Right.
And this is a great.
Yep, top deck the home one. So.
Okay. Yep. Very good. So the people in the chat say that it's right. So that's very good.
Oh,
and then it was
people
noticed.
say the Quinlan what?
Yep, it was
right.
Yep, that's what it was said. So, all right. So we have Sabine's Masterpiece was a shield still to go. The home one was only able to get a Battlefield Marine, but still that's a ton of value.
Oh yeah, for sure. Multiple bodies. We got restore. We're threatening restore now. We got Quinlan on a 2-turn clock because of the experience he's going to get from Sabine's Masterpiece. So that'll be a 4-attack unit now.
Yep.
And
he puts the experience on the Sabine Masterpiece. Ahsoka's going to hit for 3, taking him to 19 on base.
Yep. Again, you're seeing the Luke player. Not so much. He probably won't win this game with a heal from others. Yeah. Not so much. It's he needs to be at 30 health damage to feel value from Data Vault. He's able to make aggressive lines because he's not in check.
Yeah, absolutely. He is not, and also, I mean, to date, I don't think that Quinlan's been able to line up Tarkentown yet. All right, so that's going to get the shield from Sabine Masterpiece, which is nice value with that Falcon coming down.
Yeah. We're going to see Tarkentown.
Yeah, we are going to see it. He needs to get rid of that Sabine's Masterpiece, so he's going to use the Falcon in there. So Quinlan is in desperation mode. playing control.
14 damage on base. Mm-hmm.
As a very strong grounder, you know.
Yeah, I was representing 11 damage, so he can get him to 30 damage. Oh,
Yep.
so like again, it's showing up again. If he was only on a 30 health base,
Right.
he'd be a surprise strike away from dying. But 33, nope, still safe.
That's nice. And home 1, of course, comes in and restores. Quinlan is now to 21. And
On the Quinlan players, you know, debating whether to clean up the battlefield marine, give them initiative. Yeah, this in-game sequence is very, very, very much on the razor's edge for a Quinlan player here.
right. You know, and he just hasn't seen enough force throw. I mean, you're not going to beat Luke Green without seeing that card. Usually. I mean, because you got to ideally get Luke with it.
Yeah, Spark is good, but you got to also kill the board too.
Right. And, you know, the blue-green hero, I mean, it's big value. And Luke, Stevie gets from KTOD with the...
Oh, he's flashing the tech. So, yep. Tech threatens him in a million different ways. So, yep, GG's.
Yep.